Hey everybody, welcome to a brand new Trains Are Awesome video. I'm Tom, and I want you to think for a sec about some of those iconic TV show characters who have a nemesis. I'm talking your Perry the Platypus, Doug Judy, somebody they're always trying to catch but they always slip away. I too had a nemesis once. I'd been trying to catch RTD bus number 1991 for a long time. Let me explain. It all started last summer at Fort Totten Metro Station in Washington, D.C. At that point, the Metro Red Line was closed north of Fort Totten, but since I had to go to Silver Spring, I was getting on one of the replacement bus services. As we pulled out of the bus station at Fort Totten, out of the corner of my eye, I noticed something that was instantly familiar. And it's funny, I don't really have any personal connection to Denver or anything, but when I saw that blue bus with the orange and red mountain pattern on it, I knew that was the livery of the RTD, or Regional Transportation District, of the greater Denver area. And I thought it was funny, a Denver bus in Washington, D.C. I gotta get a closer look. So I waited at Silver Spring for a little bit since I had some free time to see if it would come back. It didn't. But, ever curious, the next week I came back to Fort Totten and spent some more time waiting it out. And once again, it never showed up. And I was a little disappointed. I had kind of gotten excited about the idea of riding a bus many miles from its original home, but it is what it is, I thought. Until, over the next few months, I started seeing it everywhere, especially in Northern Virginia. Here it is at Long Beach Park with a card in the windshield identifying it as a shuttle for a previously held tennis tournament. So clearly my sighting wasn't just a one-off thing, this bus was being chartered here in the Washington, D.C. area. So I did some digging. Bus number 1991 was built by Motor Coach Industries in 2010. So it was based in Boulder, Colorado, and it looks like the RTD stopped maintaining it in 2018. In 2024, it was sold to a Colorado-based auctioneer who then auctioned it to a third owner based in Lorton, Virginia. And that's where it's registered to now. I think it's really interesting that it just kept its RTD livery. Like, there's no way you could tell that this is not a Colorado bus except for the license plate, which in itself isn't entirely unusual, especially when the Metro closes and they have all these charter companies offer replacement bus service. For example, I've seen this old OmniRide bus used as a charter bus. I've seen these Gillick Phantoms, which came from Gainesville, Florida, used on charter services. Here's an articulated bus from the Twin Cities in Minnesota, and this coach has a path sticker on it. All of these were filmed in Washington, D.C. as part of Metro replacement services. Speaking of which, it's February 16th, 2025, and the Metro is once again closed near Foggy Bottom Station, so I went to check out the bus replacement service there to see if I could see anything interesting. And boy, did I see something interesting. So I've come back to Foggy Bottom, and I just saw it leave. I just got here and it was driving towards Virginia, but at least we know it's running today. So because we just missed it in Foggy Bottom, we decided we'll take the next bus to Clarendon, see if it's there. And it looks like our smart thinking paid off, because right behind me is the RTD bus. Today I'm joined by Max.
Hello.
Have you been on RTD before?
I have not actually, since I've never been to Denver.
All right, well, your first RTD experience will be in Virginia.
Pretty nice.
I've actually only been on RTD trains myself, not buses, so it'll be my first RTD bus experience too. Looks like it's laying over. We'll see how long it takes before it goes back into service. With my luck, it'll take a long time, but fingers crossed. So, status update from the bus stalkers. It's still there, driver's in the back, the engine is idling. We think they're on a lunch break, and it's almost been an hour since we got here, so we're gonna hold on for a little bit longer. So the lights turned on, it started moving, we ran back to the shuttle bus stop. We're actually gonna get on the RTD bus.
Yay!
Well, I don't want to make any promises until I'm sitting in my seat, but still.
Hi.
wish me from last year could see me now finally on the RTD 1991. I don't know why this became so personal to me. I've only been to Denver like 3 or 4 times, but I've been trying to catch this bus for so long, and now it's going to take me to Foggy Bottom. What are your thoughts on this bus?
It reminds me a lot of the old buses I used to take in New York, because they used to run these MCIs very often, and I like the moquettes. The moquettes are very cool.
They're very cool.
So these buses are obviously decked out for longer trips, which you can tell by the comfortable seats. They were very comfortable, and features such as a footrest, baggage racks, reading lights, which didn't work, and most importantly, the generous recline of these seats. And soon we were on our way to Foggy Bottom. Now, because of the way the roads work here in Northern Virginia, we actually had to backtrack a little bit, and we didn't get onto the highway until Ballston, but then it was a slow crawl across the Potomac River into Washington, D.C. Really, the Metro is much faster than these replacement bus services, but there's a good reason why the Metro sometimes has to close, and to learn all about that, stay tuned, because this Saturday, I'm releasing a video all about what happens when the Metro shuts down, why they do it, and what the logistics are behind the replacement bus service, such as this one. It's going to be a great video, and you don't want to miss it, so subscribe to Trains Are Awesome today. And with that, we're back in Foggy Bottom.
All right, for months I've been chasing this bus. Ever since I first saw it in Fort Totten, then it started appearing different places I was going. I was always like, that's cool. There's a Denver bus in DC. Maybe someday I'll get to ride it myself. And today, February 16th, was finally that day. And it was very comfortable. Almost more comfortable than most of the coach buses that they use for this Metro construction. Thanks for watching today. We'll see you next time.